In Consumer Corner, we take a look at trends and products creating a buzz here in China. On today's show, we'll discuss online sales of fake cosmetics and the cutthroat competition that forces retailers into counterfeiting. Consumer protection and company fraud have been in the news this week following March 15th, World Consumer Rights Day. CCTV took aim at leading foreign brands Apple and Volkswagen, but other Chinese media outlets have focused on the problems right here in China. Yesterday, we covered the proliferation of fake medicine in China, and today we'll take a look at rampant counterfeiting of cosmetic and beauty products. In a country well accustomed to forgeries and fakes, industry estimates of the rate of forgeries in the Chinese market for makeup still shocked many consumers. Chinese media have reported widely on estimates that a full 95% of all beauty products sold online are either diluted, mislabeled, or outright fake. Though the 95% number appears impossible to believe and is certainly difficult to confirm, it makes more sense when looked at in the context of prices online. Chinese websites selling beauty products frequently mark them up to 90% off, and anything sold for more than 50% of the sticker price will have a tough time finding a buyer. In this hyper-discounted world, retailers who play it straight have almost no chance of staying afloat. Incessant price wars have pushed firms to the brink, weeding out those without huge capital backing or little in the way of scruples. If the seller hopes to maintain some level of credibility, they will likely merely take authentic products, distribute them between several smaller bottles, and then water them down. Another alternative is to merely purchase an empty set of brand name bottles, fill them with cheap Chinese knockoffs, and sell them for major profits. A quick search on the Chinese internet yields hundreds of ads for empty cosmetic bottle collections. Luxury foreign brands are put on a pedestal in China, and often authentic packaging will be enough to make inexperienced consumers believe they are living in the lap of luxury. And the market for makeup continues to expand even faster than the country's breakneck GDP growth. In 2007, China became the world's third largest market for cosmetic products. With 15% annual growth rates, cosmetic sales revenue is expected to top 120 billion yuan, about $20 billion by 2015. Much of that demand is focused on imports from Korea, Europe, and the United States. But with import tax rates hovering around 40%, department stores can't afford to discount their products by more than 20%. That leaves an opening for online retailers who can both duck a range of taxes and play fast and loose with quality controls. The resulting boom in fakes has led industry insiders to warn consumers that steep discounts are in and of themselves a sign that products can't possibly be real. Chinese media reports 60% discounts as making something of a bright line at which genuine products could not possibly be discounted below. Other commentators told the China News that the 95% estimate was likely an overstatement of counterfeit rates, one that was possibly floated by industry players with a stake in the game. The China Business Journal has reported that forgery rates are in fact high, but that the funny business might not be happening at the level of the retailer. The paper suggested that online retailers themselves were the victims of cosmetics distributors who defraud them in order to meet sales quotas. Those distributors will mix fake and real products together for wholesale orders by retailers. Another common trick involves repackaging or redating cosmetic items that are about to reach their expiration date. In a way, the proliferation of fake makeup has created a self-perpetuating cycle. Because of all the quality risks, many international brands are fearful of authorizing third-party resellers in China. The absence of qualified retailers then creates a gap that the counterfeiters are more than happy to fill with knockoff products. China's web community has been a buzz with discussion over consumer issues ever since World Consumer Rights Day, and fake cosmetics has drawn its fair share of discussion. One Weibo user called for greater government regulation of products that tread the line between beautifier and medicine. Quote, "If skincare and beauty products have anti-aging or spot removal effects, then why doesn't the government regulate them like medicine? At the bare minimum, we have to make sure that these products won't destroy our faces." Weibo poster Lang Ren Chumo echoed industry advice about judging discount makeup brands. Quote, "Consumers shouldn't expect too much from online retailers. When you see something that looks too good to be true, it probably is." Another Weibo user said that the problem was one of industry structure and incentives. Quote, "Online retailers have to make enough profits to survive, and the best option is to stock their inventories with cheap products. Most cheap cosmetics are repackaged counterfeits smuggled in from abroad. Of course, online retailers know that the products have been tainted, but they just keep their eyes closed for the sake of profits." Finally, one poster blamed the large import duties tacked onto real makeup for spawning the black markets. Quote, "We all know how many taxes have been added to the price tags at cosmetic counters. This creates a lucrative market for counterfeiters. If people could buy authentic products for reasonable prices, who would want to go online hunting for cheap knockoffs?" It's a story that you see and hear in consumer markets almost every day in China. With consumers making decisions primarily on the basis of brand names and price, it's anything goes in supply chains. For a real change to take place, it needs to be in the economic interest of producers to put effort into quality. That's something that will take either more sophisticated consumers or more scrupulous regulators.